So we mentioned Abel making her 11th appearance. She's had 8 starts. She's 4-2, 4 complete games, a shutout. She's second on the team with 55 innings pitched. Second on the team with 29 strikeouts. Riley Vaughn running away with that category. She's now got 119 strikeouts, counting her 9 last night, threw a 1-hitter in that complete game win last night. There's ball 3, so it's 3-1 now to the leadoff hitter. Mississippi College trying to get the leadoff runner aboard. They did so yesterday, a leadoff walk to Laughlin. She was stranded at third in that first inning, and that was ended up being the best scoring chance of the day for Mississippi College. She took strike 2 there, so now it's a full count as she took a step toward first thinking she had a walk. It was close enough to get the call. 3-2, the pitch to the plate. Swinging, pops it up to center field. Back in a few steps is Jennings, and it gets over her head. That ball carried, and it's going to be a leadoff double for Laughlin. Must have misread it. Jennings there in her tracks. Just misread that ball as that ball just kept carrying and went right over her outstretched arms off the glove tip. There at the base of the wall. That ball hit a lot better than I thought, and definitely a lot better than Morgan Jennings, the center fielder for Union, thought. It was hit straight away center, so the right at her. So those obviously are the hardest ones to judge, the ones hit right at you.
The throw was so long that, in some instances, there are cases where they would go ahead and give the runner second base on that. No matter, he's at first, and Max Kilburn, the catcher, who flied out to center field, he's at the plate. And the pitch. And that one sliced into right field for a base hit. He just went right with the pitch. So, as is often the case, Nash and Max have started something here in the third inning. And here comes Hondo Wyatt Scott, the center fielder. He struck out his first time up, but this time he's dealing with runners at first and second and nobody out. And the Bruins would love to put a 3 or 4 spot on the boards. He's going to try to bunt right in front of the plate. Catcher's got to hurry for it. Fires on to first, and it goes off the catcher's mitt, and so everybody is safe. Goes off the first baseman's mitt. So, perfect bunt by Wyatt Scott. And here goes Clennon Harden with the bases loaded.
Puts Branch on down at first. Here's Abby Proctor stepping in on the right side, wearing double deuce, number 22. First baseman, Golden up a little bit. Jan's up at third base a couple of steps as well. Here's a ground ball down to second. They'll take they're going to go get the force out. Nice play. Then here's the throw back to first. Nice play by Ayers, but too late that time. But you take what you get. You get that lead runner, and a nice play by the second baseman as she throws her out. And Abby Brown made the nice play. So the fielder's choice has Proctor at first with 1 out. On the 4-6-3 put out. Here's Key in the game. She has 3 letters in the last name, Key. 9 in the first name, Addie Bell. So Addie Bell will step in. Here's the pitch outside. Like Alex Rodriguez of years fame in Major League Baseball, no superstition, wearing number 13. Baseball and softball are sort of superstitious games, though, if you follow the sports real well. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Popped up, straight up in the air. EK says, let me have it, and dropped it. They got to get the runner at second, though. So the force out there, it wound up working out okay.
And I don't know whether that was a blister came up or not on Jenkins' hand. Running, it looks like Jack's got it stolen with ease. Throw goes a little deep, and shortstop drops it into the outfield. We'll have to make changes. I think That's Jenkins at short. Now this one popped up, not what Carlson wanted on the outside. Second baseman wants to take charge. Now the pitcher's going to take charge, and the third baseman ran over him. And, Paul, can we show that one again by any chance? That's one of those that you would say, like from the movie Cool Hand Luke, what we have here is failure to communicate. The young people won't recognize Strother Martin, but nice play by the pitcher to hold on to it after getting hit by the third baseman. And that's where you got to have good communication. One out in the inning. Runner at second on the stolen base. Daniel Green had a home run yesterday, and that time the off-speed curveball, and he took a little off the curveball, fooled Daniel. Daniel hitting .280 with 13 RBIs. Now, if the big man gets hold of one, we could be chasing the baseball down to the soccer field. Got under it. He threw the off-speed breaking ball again. Shortstop's going to call the third baseman off, rightfully so. There's 2 outs in the inning.
And there's your starting lineups for tonight here at the Fred DeLay Gymnasium as the Bulldogs looking to continue that win streak over the University of Alabama Huntsville Chargers. The Bulldogs here on the home court, they've got that home court advantage. And they haven't played a basketball game in several days. Neither has UAH. UAH has not played a game since last Wednesday night. It's been 8 days since the Chargers played. The Bulldogs are ready for this one. Small huddle here for the two teams before we head out and get the tip-off. It's going to be a familiar crew for your Bulldogs. Of course, number 2, Keisharna Lucas, her older sister, the Gulf South Conference Player of the Week, Shanique Lucas, Bethany Dillard, Samaria Thompson, and rounding it out, Naomi Van Ness. Van Ness here for the jump. Van Ness will win the jump over Nichols. So here come the Bulldogs starting it off. It's Samaria Thompson. And as you can see, the Bulldogs getting right to it, moving that ball quickly. They're looking to jump out to an early lead as they so often do. Lucas into Van Ness. Van Ness working a post move. Decides not to go for it. Here comes Shanique off the dribble, up and in. Shanique gets the scoring started here for the Bulldogs and for the ball game. It's 2-0. And that press from the Bulldogs right into a turnover. A back up for Lucas, and she's got 4. The Bulldogs an early lead. And that press works so well for the Lady Bulldogs, coached by Mark Campbell, and he is one of the greatest, doing a great job, of course, to coach this press as the Bulldogs swat that one out of bounds. They're making it difficult for the Chargers early on. The Bulldogs are doing well so far, faring against the best team in the Gulf South Conference. They have their hands full. They lost by 8 down in Alabama on New Year's Eve here tonight. They are revving to go. The student section didn't seem too pumped about a lead of 6 points, but they should be. Maybe they'll get a little more excited when the players take the court here. And Gajul will go right to the line. Bulldogs shooting great from the floor right now. 53%, 40 from outside the arc. And just 24% shooting right now for the Tigers. That will not last, so the Bulldogs have to make sure that they continue to add on to this lead and limit the shots that the Tigers take. Make sure they're not getting easy looks. As Gajul puts that one up and in, the Bulldogs on an 8-0 run in the last minute and a half.
Chavy's the right fielder. His first appearance of this game. He had a phenomenal first game. Actually got the first hit for the Bulldogs earlier today. He, in the first inning, got the single, was actually caught stealing. In the fourth inning, he reached and then stole the base. That did it. He grounded out another 2 times later in the game. But is currently leading the Bulldogs, especially like in conference play. Carson Chavis in the conference has 16 hits against conference opponents, 13 runs, having a really, really, really good season here for the Bulldogs. As a sophomore, great to see a guy that they plan on having with them for quite a few years. Shows Mark drops down the third base side, not going to go fair. But Chavis was another one of those guys out of Collierville High School. Played all 4 years of baseball, played summer ball for the East Coast Sox. Selected to play in the 2019 PBR Future Games for Team Tennessee. He hit .360 with a 5.44 on-base percentage that year as well. Led the team in walks and runs scored and was second in stolen base in high school. Off the field, he graduated with honors. Chavy's the switch hitter, hitting from the left side, of course. It really didn't have a big impact in the first game as much as we expected it to. A lot of balls were remaining on the infield grass. We saw Poindexter continue to throw low and inside the zone, as well as the other starting pitcher. The starting pitcher for the Bucks, Jackson Sleeper, and continued to pound the inside and low of the zone, and of course trying to get any ground ball play as much as possible. The fly balls that did go out towards the outfield definitely were affected by the wind. We see our right fielders playing more naturally in the given positions, and that's going to be hit in the gap. Great run there by Netterville. He's going to make it to at least third, and a good look there by Chavies is going to give them their second single of the inning. Netterville had already taken off on the hit and run, so Netterville's going to make his way over to third, and the Bulldogs look to strike for the first time today.